today against Mozambique, Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. And then we close out the day with a phenomenal showpiece game as Cameroon take on Mali. Then we have a look at what the standings look like in Group A as Egypt. They are 1-1. They're waiting to see what happens. If Côte d'Ivoire win, they will automatically advance. If Angola win, that means that we will have to go to goal differential to see who will pick up the top spot in this one. Looking to take this game a little bit further. I am courtside now with one of the finest journalists and analysts on the continent, Asha Kumagisha. Looking forward to a great game because the last time the host took the floor, we could barely hear each other.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes with the territory and having the home side play in front of their fans. Of course, looking forward to this one, Quinton Donason, always a pleasure. And on your screen, you can see the FIBA World President, former FIBA World President, Haman Nyang from Mali, and the current FIBA Africa President, Anibal Manav from Mozambique, just ready to catch up all of this action.
Everybody is in the house as the Palais des Sports in Traceville expected to fill up the 3,500 capacity with the Côte d'Ivoire. You know, they edged Egypt narrowly in the first game, a confident performance, but Egypt bouncing back to beat Angola. But this should be a very fascinating game because what we've seen from the hosts is that they have power, and that when there's presence in terms of the home crowd really does make a big difference.
Absolutely, these teams have faced each other 5 times since 2007. Angola winning each of the matchups. Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire as you like to call them, have yet to beat this Angolan side, but things are different here as they play in front of their home fans.
The last time they played in group game, it was the Côte d'Ivoire who picked up the win 72-69. But this Angolan team, well, they have depth, they have experience. Italy Lucas there in your picture. She'll be a little bit unhappy with the way she started out the game against Egypt. I think we're going to see a bounce back performance from her. Continental legend who has been to her. This is her 4th AfroBasket. You know, and you expect that she will be able to bring it all back. For Angola, they're ranked 4th or 5th, depending on how you look at the power rankings, qualified for 21 of these editions, champions in 2011 and 2013, and they've had medals in multiple years, starting in the 80s, 1981, 86, 94, and they were 9th in 2023. This is their redemption tour, but it hasn't started too well because they went down to Egypt in the opening game.
They're really looking like a shadow of themselves in that opening game against Egypt. And you spoke about Italy Lucas. She'll have to step it up. She came alive in the last quarter with the 7 points, but she'll have to dig deep and lead this very hungry Angolan side.
Christine Matikit, she also will be disappointed with the way she started out this tournament. The talismanic center for Angola gives them interior presence, but was unable to give them scoring. We'll get into more game analysis, but first we have to get into the national anthems.
Et nous allons commencer par l'hymne de l'Angola. nationale de la Côte d'Ivoire.
Inspirational, rousing national anthem here inside Le Palais Sportif, and it's going to be a fascinating game, Asha Komagisha, because the temperatures running high, packed house, atmosphere.
Here in the FIBA Women's AfroBasket, we saw Cameroon go all the way to win the bronze medal when they played at home. Rwanda, they know that they have the pressure from the fans, but pressure is always good.
Referees Ariadna Moreno from Spain and Sartin Guy Khalifa from Namibia, Eric Otieno from Kenya. The three officials, they are in charge of this one, and they are going to have their hands full, I have a feeling, because the quarterfinal places, they are at stake, or at least automatic qualification. And let's have a look at what Côte d'Ivoire have in their back.
It is Molly, Kaiser, Farima, Jawara, Letitia Sahi, Amris, Alston, and Kariata Diaby. You don't change a winning team, and that's the message that is very clear from Coach Stefan Late.
Going with the same, trying to test this starting five. And the home team, they will be happy that they were able to pick up their first win in front of their home fans, looking to replicate that, give themselves a comfortable part and a day off, just an extra day of rest before we get into the really serious business of the quarterfinals. A continental quarterfinal awaits them if they are able to picking up their win. But standing in their way, the Angolan team, because Italy Lucas and their troops, they will be looking to put one in against the hosts.
Yeah, it is Letitia Sahi with those 23 points and 8 rebounds in that first game. That will be important for the Ivorians. But looking at the starting five here of Angola, Italy Lucas, Sara Cayetano, Dennis Pascal, Avelina Peso, and Christina Matikit. That performance for Sara Cayetano in that last game has earned her a place on the starting five here. She had those 18 points and 7 rebounds coming off the bench.
She really did impress. Her energy and her effort on both ends of the floor, and gave them an extension of what they needed. Contributed tremendously with their 32, well, played a big part in the 18 of the 32 bench points. So it's going to be tacticians involved. Coach Julien Martinez, he's the master technician for Côte d'Ivoire. And on the other side, it's Coach Paulo Maquedo.
It is Stefan Lake there, the 37-year-old Frenchman who will guide the Elephants here of Côte d'Ivoire. They locked in, the drums are present here, Q, and that's exactly what we mean by African basketball is always a party.
There's always going to be the atmospheric drum. It is a symbol and a sign of the African continent. We have 1 minute left to go. The tip of Coach Paulo Maquedo. He gets his final words in before we get a chance to go live. He will be looking for an improved performance inside the paint from Christina Matikit when she does get on the floor, because that performance, I think, from her was a big part of how Egypt were able to pick up that opening day win against this Angolan team.
Yeah, Matikit with no points whatsoever in the 12 minutes and 55 seconds she played against Egypt. You could see that on her face. She's disappointed, but her presence in the paint was always going to be important. You see there Coach Macedo talking to Italy Lucas, psyching her up as they go to battle here against the home side.
Team is setting up their final strategy, the final bit of words and inspiration between the starting five on the floor. Molly Kaiser, Alston, they are a dynamic backcourt. They do move the ball and they apply some defensive pressure. The matchups, well, these teams stack up well against each other. The way they play the game, the physicality factor, all of it comes into play. The rivalry between the countries also comes into play, but it's all going to be played out here on the basketball court.
They know each other very well, like you said. Côte d'Ivoire winning that last game, 72-69 in 2023. But this is a fresh competition.
Oh, the atmosphere, the drums. Now it's game time. Côte d'Ivoire. L'Elephant, they pick up the ball. Kariata Diaby. On the top, Molly Kaiser. Drive on the inside. Runner is a bit strong. Alston's first attempt is not going to go quickly up the floor. And there is a counter as Caetano picks up where she left off from the first game.
Caetano is always going to try and attack the defense, especially once given the opportunity in transition. You can see how she comes up against Kaiser. It's a foul, and she'll go to the free throw line for an opportunity to make the first points in this game, and she does.
Caetano originally supposed to come in as a secondary ball handler, a backup for Italy Lucas because of her ability to score the ball. Scored 13.5 points, 12.5 rebounds in the qualifiers, and I think she continues to just grow her role and build more confidence from the bench.
Speaking about qualifiers, Angola are here on merit, of course. Two-time African champions.
Shot falls in, first field goal, and the home team is on the board, courtesy of Alston.
They're definitely going to celebrate every point that will be made inside the dome-like Palais des Sports here in Abidjan.
Volume levels will rise every time the home team scores. A drop-off to Matekit, and she gets her first touch and goes Diaby into her first foul. That's a bit of contact. Looks like it reached the eye of Diaby.
You spoke about matchups here, Quentin, and that's going to be a very interesting one to keep an eye on. Matekit and Kariata Diaby, the two captains of these two sides on the floor right now.
That is a matchup of monstrous proportions. Two very skilled bigs that have size, presence, and are able to just carry their teams at respective times. Looking forward to seeing how that all unfolds. For now, it's first blood. Matekit, she gets the second free throw to fall.
And that's her first 2 points in this FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025.
Might help settle her nerves. Côte d'Ivoire, Diaby. Left foot, our pivot foot lifted, and that means a travel call.
Angola will be happy to get back the ball possession there. They have a 1-point lead, but more importantly, they look comfortable.
Matchups everywhere. Molly Kaiser, Alston versus Lucas. What a fantastic prospect. Lucas changed her mind on the shot into the passing lane, gives a chance out here. The Sahi just short on the layup. They have the ball back. Alston towards the three-ball nut. There, Sahi is on the board, and Sahi draws contact.
Very brilliant play there from Sahi. She uses her body in a very good way inside the paint, draws a foul there, and Matekit is already counting in the foul column.
Certainly that front court pairing of Matekit and Sahi might be one of the most formidable we've seen in this tournament. Letitia Sahi, impressive. 10 of 12 from the field in the opening game. That was the efficiency more than anything that was impressive, as she got away to 23 points.
Yeah, she was 2 for 4, shooting at 50% from the free throw line, and she makes it count at the first attempt here.
26 minutes for her 23 points. Earning and building more confidence. A 25-year-old plays her basketball in France in the Pro B. Lane violation. Stoic right now on the sideline is coach Stefan Lane. 37-year-old Frenchman. The second one falls. Press being put in. Angola attacking. Shot from the top of the key for Pascual. Off the front iron. Kaiser hands to Sahi. Sahi gives it to Diaby for 2.
There's a timely bucket there from the captain of this Ivorian side, and you can see she fouled on the other side, but now was able to rejuvenate herself with those 2 points.
Nice bit of awareness from Sahi to find her captain open. Lucas strong on the shot. It gives a chance for Côte d'Ivoire. Again, Kaiser loving to try and get Diaby as many touches as possible, as early as possible.
2 minutes and a half played here in the first quarter, and you can see how intense this game is. It's an evenly matched game, but 3 points difference so far with the Ivorians in the lead.
It's as much about the tactics as it is about the composure of the players on the floor. A packed house adds to the pressure. Diaby hands off to Kaiser. Molly Kaiser. Alston steps into a shot that is off the front iron. They work being done on the board. They're able to control Diawara. Alston will try a second. 2 falls in.
They've done well, so very well here from the field, the Ivorians, and now they establish a 5-point lead.
The lead and the pressure now put onto the Angolans. Matakit, pass picked off. It's pitched ahead to Kaiser, ahead of everyone, and 2 on the break for Kaiser. Those 2 points sees Paulo Maguero have to call the first time out as Molly Kaiser and the Le Elephant. They've made a statement in the first 4 minutes and a little bit.
It is an 8-0 run here for the Ivorians that has forced a timeout for Angola.
Leva a bola para o extremo. Vai. Vamos fazer diamante e Angola. Diamante e Angola. E transição só. Digas tu,
Timeout, as much as it's strategic, they also want to try and break the rhythm from what Côte d'Ivoire have had on that 8-0 scoring run, and trying to see if they can get a score out of either a half-court set or the way that they play their defense.
Well, you can hear, of course, the frustration there from Coach Macedo, just saying dois, três, and obviously with some of the language skills that we have here, we can tell that he's addressing the 2-3 there. And let's see if they can execute here, Angola.
Right, now 3-2, full court press being applied. Angola under some early pressure. Dribble being picked up there. Sabadogo. Pascual. Wow, it was a great work defensively. Pascual does well to hold on. Forced into the shot. Late call comes in, and that is going to be the first foul on Diawara, and the opportunity here for Angola to go with Pascual at the charity stripe.
She's been playing very hard defense, but also on the other side of the court, just being able to pick up a couple of offensive rebounds and give her side second chance opportunities here. But she gets called out there for the foul. But that energy that she brings is very important for Côte d'Ivoire.
I wonder how much more pressure can be under with this loud noise. 63%, that's what Angola was from the free throw line as a team in the last outing. They want to improve as Pascual. Out she goes. In comes Avelina Peso. She's going to add a little bit more length and athleticism into that front court. Diawara also off with her 2 fouls. Alston picked up high. Hands to Molly Kaiser. Diaby is calling for it. Quick high-low, beautiful pass, and excellent finish.
That chemistry between Sahi and Diaby has been very present here on this very court, and they continue from where they left off in their opener.
They really do have tangible chemistry. 4 points for Diaby. There's a kick out to the side. Onto the sideline, stepping out of bounds. Savadogo can't hold the pass.
Looking at the way things are going here, Côte d'Ivoire, they had a rest day yesterday as Angola took to the court for the very first time, taking on Egypt, and they'll have fresher legs here.
3 turnovers very early here for the Angolans. It's already a cause for concern. A wide open shot comes off the front iron. Joso range find it short. Out of bounds. You see the call conflicting from the 2 officials, but direction means that it's going to go via Angola. Short day off the front iron, last touch. It comes off an Angolan hand, so coach wants the challenge. And they don't give it back to him. Well, they get that one wrong. Lucas pulls up and hits.
And those are her first points there, Italy Lucas, in this game.
There is Dosso quickly back up. And that was the one thing, a feature of the teams that have done well in this competition so far, how quickly they're able to turn and make into a transition point. See the beautiful work from Lucas, but quickly before the defense sets up, they're already back the other side.
And that's the style that Côte d'Ivoire want to use here today, as we see the Angolans come together, listen to each other and plan.
Aminata also charts at the charity stripe. West Texas A&M and the University of San Diego, where she played her college basketball. Battle for the boards on the miss, and it's going to stay with Côte d'Ivoire. A lot of things going the way of the host, and some of the momentum is right there with them. Kaiser. Sahi. Back to Kaiser, little screen, gives it her open shot. We'll find it, there's contact. Diaby goes to ground holding her knee. See a bit of concern from all of the teammates. It's all for descent to see and give attention to Diaby.
Well, there it is, the contact from Avelina Peso. There was a hand that stayed out there and hit Diaby.
Inadvertent contact, trying to keep the big body of Diaby out. There was no malice in it. It happens sometimes, and now the officials, they are confirmed, because Diaby doesn't just go down quickly. Now, conference call, and I think Peso picks up the foul, and they're going to go to the replay and see if they're going to upgrade it.
Yeah, absolutely. Côte d'Ivoire here with a 5-point lead, 5 minutes to go in the first
if the contact
quarter.
meets the criteria of an unsportsmanlike foul. Ruling on the ball is a normal foul. So can we play main camera normal speed? Thank you. Okay. I can see camera. So what we can see here, this is like not a natural box out. It's like all the way horizontal to the face, elbow to the face. So do you also realize this is a criteria for an unsportsmanlike foul? Horizontal movement, elbow to the face. Okay, so we go an unsport. Okay. Fine. Okay. Can we play main camera? No, main camera, just normal speed. One more time for me, please. So we have 18 on. So as you can see, there is an extension of the elbow, and this is not a basketball movement. So we're gonna go, this is like an impact and an excessive. So we're gonna go an unsportsmanlike foul on the 18. So after the review, ruling on the floor is overturned. We're gonna upgrade to an unsportsmanlike foul on white 18. Thank you. All right, go. You got it. So when she made the box out, it's not a box out. She goes all the way horizontal movement to the elbow to the face.
After review, it's going to be upgraded, and Peso picks up her second foul in a very short span of time. It's going to be 2 shots for Diaby, and Côte d'Ivoire, they will keep possession.
Well, the big question here is, can Diaby make it count? She does. Goes up to 5 points here. 5 of Côte d'Ivoire's 13. 6 points for the captain.
Peso has to go out, and this is very much what looked like in the first game, where she got into foul trouble, unable to unable to help her team because she's now back on the bench. But when she's on the floor, that physicality does help. Just too physical on those 2 plays, and now going to take a break for a long time.
And it's really too early right now in the game for her to be off of the court. But Côte d'Ivoire here, they continue to weave their way inside the paint.
Sahi's shot, well contested. Diaby, well, fighting tenaciously, gets the ball, and she certainly is locked in. If you're looking at body language, Diaby, she is saying a lot right now with the way that she started this game.
She knows that she's carrying the weight of a nation that loves to win, especially when they're playing here at home. We've seen them over the years do well across different sporting courts. But for Kariata Diaby, she's had so much support from social media, from all the fans, her family and friends, and it's just meant so much. And also cute for most of these players, they play away from home. So just getting that love and just seeing the orange and the green in the stands just means so much to them.
Well, the MVP in the French league is off to a rollicking start, and that will please all the fans at home that you're talking about, Asher.
Absolutely.
Lucas passes that one inside. There's a clash of bodies, and Matikit, who's back in, will try to replicate what you saw from Diaby.
Well, we spoke about the matchup and how involved they will be. Matikit already has been to the free throw line, and looks like she'll continue to score points from there, but attacking the paint here. And Dosso, she saw the mismatch and had an opportunity to make it count. She's up to 3 points now.
We have seen the free throw line become just so prominent. I feel like there's just too many fouls too early here from both teams. But the key, perfect. Angola. There within 2. Now they move to a 2-3 zone. Kaiser finds Sahi. Will fire off a three and connects it perfectly.
Very timely there as the Ivorians double the score of Angola here. They're up to 18.
Out of control falls into the hands of Diaby. They have numbers ahead. Kaiser through the legs, the crossover, and right into the body there of Fernando to pick up the foul. Great play by Kaiser.
Well, they have the momentum here, the Ivorians, and they've smelt the blood and they're not looking back. They've managed to transition from defense to offense, and it's working for them as Dosso goes to the free throw line. Kaiser.
Well, it's Antonio who will pick up the foul. It's very clear coming down there. 2 players on 2 fouls already. Peso and Matikit. That's the 15th foul. Molly Kaiser just gonna continue to take advantage from the free throw line. Perfect on the strip.
Côte d'Ivoire are doing so well. 6 for 9 on the free throw line.
Ball.
Actually 7 for 10 now.
11-point differential. Matikit turns on Diaby, drops it in.
That's beautifully done, the way that she reads the situation, and is up to 6 points, Matikit.
Well, the 2 big paid presence and leaders on the floor, they have already started out there. It looks like they're taking this matchup personally. Inside it goes. Sahi turns onto the left shoulder. Matikit there to just pick up the board, pick up the touch.
Good rebound there, obviously, from Matikit.
Angola. Looking, Lucas. Working on that pick and roll. Pitch out to Antonio. Extra pass. Now the shot is good as it falls in, and Dzeko has announced herself in this one.
She's fresh off the bench there, Dzeko. She managed to make those 11 points against Egypt and just literally getting started in fine fashion there in the corner.
Well, some good shooting here on display. First connection from long range for Angola. Matikit with those 2 fouls has to go to the bench.
And in comes Angelina Golome. She didn't play against Egypt. These are her first minutes here for Angola in this FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025.
That's a direct result of 2 front court players being on 2 fouls. She is gonna try to make the most. Diaby will also get given a breather. Alston. That shot comes off, and 1 for 5 now from the 3-point line. Sahi going left, goes with the right hand, and there is Antonio now picking up her 2nd foul as well. 3 players are in foul trouble.
It is very dangerous leaving here for the Angolans. 2 fouls for Antonio, like you said, and Peso and Matikit. These are players who spending a lot of time inside the paint, and it's part of the strategy here for the Ivorians to attack. And of course, Sahi at the center of all of that.
This is the 10th shot, well, the 9th and 10th attempts in the first half. What a aggressive display it's been. They picked up 6 fouls, already been able to draw 6 fouls, but importantly, 3 players have committed those fouls, so 3 players from Angola already in foul trouble. Six points separating the 2 teams. Lucas trying to find a shot here that's under duress, and the ball is touched back, or last touch rather, from Letitia Sahi, trying to bring that back in.
It is a 6-point game here as Angola tried to find their rhythm. Nelma Cunha on the floor.
Caetano heads off. First bit of work for Goleme. Goleme back to the basket. They pick up the offensive rebound. There's a battle for it, and it is Alston tied up right there inside the paint with Cunha, and it's going to be possession arrow with Angola.
Angola just looking to beat that zone of woman-to-woman defense here.
Well, the ball goes out of bounds. Well, not out of bounds, it's cut in.
Sahi just bringing that physicality here and saying to her, there's no way through here for Dzeko.
What a great bit of defense from Sahi. They still have 5 seconds to get a shot off. Lucas steps left. The shot is short. They run the follow. Falling in is Alexia Dzeko.
Second chance points here for Dzeko. It's that energy and relentlessness that is working for Angola.
First, second chance point. There's 7 there for this Côte d'Ivoire team. Sahi spins. Called for the charge as Italy Lucas at the right place at the right time.
Sahi is playing with fire. She is one of the most important players for Côte d'Ivoire, and she'll have to check the way that she plays on the court. It's her first personal foul with 5 points already here in the first quarter.
Fighting back and stealing back some momentum here after a relatively slow start. Dzeko trying to work around the defense. Beautiful pass. It's dropped in. Goleme gets her first 2 points in the competition in AfroBasket 2025.
Beautifully done there from Golome. There's a block from Antonio.
What a great bit of defense again. Antonio, Lucas behind the back. Lucas pulls up. Long rebound. Dzeko will fire off from the elbow. Short. And there is Letitia Sahi, and well, trying to clear out. The interpretation here going to be interesting. That the referees confer. Looking in all sorts of trouble there is Nelma Cunha. What a clear out right into the face of Cunha. That's hard contact.
It's always going to be a physical game here between these two teams. As we listen to the referees deliberating.
Well, referees agree. Act of violence it is. The first foul was committed, and then they're going to look at the contact now from Sahi to see how they call this, because contact comes in first, and then now they look at the foul.
So can we play this in a normal streaming camera, please? Okay, so this is the first contact, right? Okay, so let's play the same picture, the same footage. Can you play in slow motion with the point of contact? Couple frames before, please. Thank you. Okay, there you go. Go slow. Go a little bit faster, please. Okay, so then we have a ball, take. And now we have, keep going, please, keep going, all the way, all the way. So we have an horizontal move. Okay, can you play, okay, leave it like there. So she's there, and now she's playing like the motion of totally going horizontal to create the space. That's right. Good. So, can you play main camera normal speed one more time for me, please? Because the contact is not with the elbow, it's with the forearm. But we have like an extra movement.
Basketball.
No, this is like going like from here to like horizontal movement. This is not a basketball play. So this is all, therefore, we may have a criteria for an asymptotic foul. This is going from here, horizontal with the opponent and setting contact.
Okay.
You agree?
You got it.
Okay. So we have an asymptotic foul with the number 11, right? Number, which one you call? 11, right?
11, yeah. So 11.
So ruling on the floor is overturned. We're gonna play an asymptotic foul, Borac 11. Thank you. Go.
Number 11, because already we had white.
Huh? You want white?
Yeah, we had white. And sportsmanlike foul. No, personal foul before. So
Yeah, but
we upgrade this one.
wait. Do you call white? What do you
I
call?
call the foul on white.
And you call foul white?
Yeah.
Okay. So foul on white is okay. So we're taking an act of violence.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna have a normal foul and then an act of violence.
Exactly.
So you go normal foul, okay. So that's on me, that's my foul misunderstanding. So we still stay with the normal foul, like invading the cylinder on normal 12, and then we have a second action coming from 11 as an act of violence. So we have 12 wide, and then we have 11. Thank you. So we have to shoot 2 free throws and 2 and back. Okay? Here we go.
Well, eventually they get to the decision, so it is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul and a call on Letitia Sahi. Fouls on both sides.
Everything. So we have on 11 personal, no, we have on number 12 personal foul wide, and then in the other side we're gonna have on 11 an anti-malai foul. Yes, we got it. You sure? Thank you.
Everything cleared up, and Ariadna Moreno has settled the long debate. We've had a long breaking play here. It's going to be a chance for the shot as Kunha, she picks up the first foul. Sahi will get the unsportsmanlike foul. They have settled. So Letitia Sahi will shoot the free throws nonetheless, and then she will be penalized for her shots. That shot goes in. Sahi's second shot goes off. Now the shot on the other side. Seen a remarkable amount of fouls here in the first quarter. Second shot falls in. No. Angola they're back within a single point. We have 1 minute left. It's been a drawn out first quarter because of the frequency of fouls on the floor. Lucas will resume play to try and find the touch from the three-point line. Antonio picking up the rebound. Antonio is guarded, set back. Tulo does a great bit of work, and that's defense on the interior.
Well, you can see that the Ivorians are locked in despite that long break in this matchup here.
Alston from the elbow drives one home, and she is on the board with a beautiful three ball.
Well, she sets the Palais des Sports alight here with that shot and steal.
Wants it back! Drops in the second three. Quick fire. 6 points from Alston.
They open up a 7-point lead here, Côte d'Ivoire against Angola. And that's what happens when you switch off. But Angola, they have to come back into this one before the break.
Well, that was a great bit of shooting from Alston. They just seized some momentum. Diaby looks at the clock, hands it to Alston, calls for the screen. She's going to look for it again. No, Diaby. Shot winding down. Don't get the shot off in time. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, what a great close for the host, because Alston, quick fire 6 points at the end of one. It's Angola 20, Côte d'Ivoire 27.
They've just been able to execute on what they are good at. The Sahi free throw earlier, and then the shot right there for Moni Kaiser, just being able to find Alston again on the left side this time. Just beautifully done, the 7 points to give them the lead.
Yeah, great unselfish play from Kaiser to give the extra pass. Statistically, what's happening, Usher?
That is three-pointers here. 2 of those in the last 1 minute from Alston being the difference here for Côte d'Ivoire. But Angola, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. That will keep them going until they can recover from the last 1 minute of that game. But let's look at the first quarter best plays here. Alston finding her range there with that jumper for the 2 points. Sahi driving through the defense and finding Diaby, the captain, to make those easy 2 points under the basket.
Yeah, Alston, well, amazing work from her to find the touch on the inside. The pass here sees Alston again play facilitated. Kaiser on the run. And the hosts, well, they've certainly showcased their ability to go inside and out. And with Angola trying to fight back, Italy Lucas already having a better game, finding a touch on the interior here. And then the work from Monty Keith, who's able to finish inside.
Well, for the Angolans here, they'll have to go back to getting Dzeko into open spaces so that she can drop those threes. But the Ivorians, they found what's working for them. They've been versatile and just being able to bring in everyone on the court. But
Courtside 1891, you can scan the QR code to get extended highlights, you can get live scores, and be a part of this FIBA family, taking in all of the great action that is available. None better though than AfroBasket 2025, the women's AfroBasket taking place here in Abidjan. Alston gonna try to pick up where she left off. 10 first quarter points. Those last 2 threes, seizing back the momentum. Well, they have possession of the ball.
And she's the first player to go to double digits here in this game out of that first quarter. Just impressive all around, high efficiency going up and damaging this Angolan defense.
The runner falls in, soft touch, and on the board is Oraga. Lead up to 9. Lucas, Antonio, Fernando, Golome, and Dzeko for Coach Maquero. Dzeko dropping off to Antonio. Contact though, as the Tulo just adds her hands up, but it will be whistled for the contact.
The Warriors just coming together to speak about what they need to do to stop this Angolan team without fouling. And look at the replay there. Caetano is back at it, just finding Antonio under the basket to score. It doesn't count, but fast personal foul from Grestolo.
Lucas driving, Lucas scores. And that's a good reply from Angola and Italy. Lucas.
She's really stepped up and is up to 4 points.
Chance for Angola. They're looking to stay in touching distance. Tolo in some spaces. Kaiser in rhythm and drops in the 2.
Everything that the Ivorians are touching is turning into gold here. They're up by 9 points and just really starting to feel comfortable.
22-31. Italy. Lucas trying to find the offense from the exterior. Rebound is battled for Antonia. Picks it up. Angola get the ball back. Lucas from the free throw line. Just strong. Good defensive work as Tulo on the other side. Alston for a third 3. And she is on fire from the three-point line.
3 3-pointers here for Alston already, and she's up to 13 points from the baseline this time. Earlier it was on the left and then on the right, and here she goes with that celebration with Tolo, and you can see what it means to her. But look at the bench and the reaction. Great stuff there from Alston.
The definition of shooter with confidence is Alston gets that one to fall. And there is a lot of joy on the bench of Côte d'Ivoire, a lot of joy in the stadium as we have a timeout called on the floor.
Sair daqui. Já estamos a passar a bola e cada vai por si. E não é isso. Recuperação defensiva. A 14 atira. Vamos, homem a homem. Homem a homem, tá bem?
Well, for Angola, the instructions there are very clear. They'll have to try and continue to attack the basket, and every time that there's an attempt from within the field, they have to crush in and get some of those rebounds. They haven't been able to do that, and that has given an opportunity to the Ivorians to run the lane in transition.
The first breather there for Italy. Lucas, who hit off the floor by one red-hot shooting from Ulster. She has lit up the floor here in Traceville at the Palais de Sport. Angola try to put a hamper or a little bit of a stopper on the scoring that we've seen from Côte d'Ivoire. They've jolted up to 34. Driving the kick, and guess who's there? Alston with the hand on the ball.
That's good defense there from Alston. She's involved on offense and also on defense, just bringing that experience here against Angola.
Pass, and there is a chance for some more paint work as you see the work from Correa. This foul scenario has mean that Coach Vaquero has got to work with his rotation. He's got three players with 2 fouls each, and Correa might benefit from the increased minutes on the floor. And then forced rotation.
Now the frustration there on Coach Vaquero's face as Cristina Correa prepares to shoot from the free throw line. Angola 9 for 10 on the free throw line, 90%. Correa converts to make the 10th Angolan point here on the free throw today.
One of the key members, or one of the players who plays for basketball at Primeiro de Agosto, represented Angola at the under 18 level. This is her first AfroBasket. And she gets the score to bring it back to 10. kick out to Kaiser. Inside now, Diaby quickly turns. Diaby found the look she wanted, but it's overcooks it on the pass. Now Diaby goes to ground. Cole comes in very quickly. Goleme say we clashed feet and a little bit of a touch, but Diaby, well, she's been in the wars, and anyway, if it was inadvertent, trying to run up the floor. We'll see if we can have a look. And yep, not intentional, but foul call came in.
Yeah, knowing her character-wise, she wouldn't do that intentionally, Angelina Golome, but it is what it is, and the Ivorians will retain the ball here. 10-point game.
Back into the hands of Kaiser. Alston wants it. Wow, great defense. Picked away. Chance for Fernando. And there is a finish on the other side. Dzeko right into the space.
Yeah, she's done well every time that she's come on. She's up to 7 points and leading all the scorers here for Angola.
Alston will pull up again. Alston! Wow! 4th straight 3, and it is raining from the 3-point line for Alston.
Unstoppable Alston here, just coming alive every time that they get the ball to her. She delivers the goods. She's the woman with a hot hand here, and the Ivorians will try to keep it going.
Wow, quick fire reply. There's a deafening silence as the shot comes in from Korea. Up to 5 now for Korea. They're staying in it. They're keeping it interesting. Our Angola. Kaiser pulls Diaby. Molly Kaiser, drop of pass. That's great reading of the game, and Diaby knows what to do with it in close range.
She's in the right place at the right time, the captain of this Ivorian side, and she's up to 9 points. She's being able to use her body and size inside there to work magic for the Ivorians.
Well, the game plan is working for Côte d'Ivoire. They have their 2 stars lighting up Angola so far. There's a baseline shot, late contact, and it will send Fernando to the free throw line. It's a little bit late coming in there, Savadogo. Foul board starting to light up.
That foul will go to Uraga. And 3 team fouls for the Ivorians.
It's Diawara who picked up the foul. Out she goes. Substitution on the floor.
Yeah, they changed the call there. And they'll try to play clean defense here, the Ivorians.
Foul is not called on the contact, and now the referee's conferring again on that last call. There's a lot of confusion here, a lot of noise, so communication makes it difficult between table and officials.
Well, if you don't know how to use sign language in African basketball in the presence of all of these drams, that's a you problem. But the referees, they'll try to make sure that the foul goes to the correct player. And we'll wait for the referee from Kenya, Eric Omondi, to confirm.
Well, now we wait for the referees once again. It is Diawara who picks up the foul. Gets her 3rd.
And that's exactly why Coach Stefan was able to take her out in the first place. Stefan late.
Alston gets a well-deserved breather. Drive inside. It's tapped away as Dzeko loses the ball. Kaiser. trying to work. Kaiser has time, space. Well, she hasn't done too much wrong, but that almost inexcusable as all alone for Kaiser overcooks it.
She had so much space to make it count there, Kaiser, but used a little bit more energy on that one as Dzeko goes to the floor and Cunha returns.
Into the press. Just a fake press, no real ball pressure here from Côte d'Ivoire. The ball is into the hands of Fernando. Stepping out of bounds.
Sarah Caetano caught out on that possession as the Ivorians will try to extend their lead here.
Just so many stops in the game. It hasn't allowed the players to get into any kind of flow, and there's the stoppages that they've got to try and work through. That's the 9th turnover for Angola. The pass picked off. Looking to get the score in transition is Fernando.
She does well.
It's Sarah Caetano, rather, who's able to finish that, and that is one feature of a play.
Yeah, her presence is always felt here every time she comes on for Angola.
Back down under double digits. The kick out. Pass inside, and there is Moraga able to extract the foul again. Correa picking up her first foul.
Just 2 team fouls here for Angola as Uraga tries to get involved on the offensive side. She'll go to the free throw line. The Ivorians haven't been exactly impressive today. 8 for 14%, 8 for 14 on the free throw line and 57%. So much pressure. She just has to relax and allow herself to calm down.
Most coaches like to see that mark around the 80%. You're giving away points when you're not able to knock down. She does get the second. 4:37 here. That's what remains. Bolome. Fernando. Caetano thought about the 3. Fernando in the driving kick. The shot, well, comes off the rim. Caetano again. There's the drop-in pass. The move was good. The shot feels short. They have possession still, and they're trying to work, but shot clock violation. Doesn't draw iron, doesn't get above the rim, does cause the turnover.
And it's been very tightly contested, this fixture, in terms of the physical energy used by both of these teams. You see Kariata Diaby, the reaction there.
Well, we've had plenty of stoppages. We have another one. Timeout called here on the floor. It's Côte d'Ivoire by 9.
Looking at the numbers, 19 rebounds for Angola, 6 more than Côte d'Ivoire, but the turnovers for Angola is what has really been the problem here for them. 10 in total, but Ivory Coast, they've been careful with the 5.
Hey, hey, si vous voulez pas prendre le rebond, vous le dites, hein. Si vous voulez pas participer à la bataille à un moment donné, zéro rebond, accompli, plus de rebond, offensif que nous défensif. Allez-vous! Hey, hey, next play, side, Oli, Amir, montez backdoor cut. Si on peut pas, regardez, si on peut pas, on vient mettre l'écran en Oli. Ok, let's go! Ah d'accord!
Time back in now. Kariata Diaby. 9 points. They're going to try and extend this lead out. Kaiser elevates to get an important 2 points.
That's exactly how you want to come out of a timeout, and she does deliver the 2 points here for Côte d'Ivoire, and they're up by 11.
Well, their backcourt has really played exceptionally well. Alston and Kaiser. Diaby has given them support in the front court. Lucas covered. Fernando attacking found a slither of space and is able to draw the contact. I think Amani, or rather Oraga, is going to get called for that one. Nope, there's no contact call at all. The block is deep clean and it goes out of bounds.
But the pump would have really looked nice there on the highlight reel. It doesn't come correct there, but Côte d'Ivoire on the other side looking for those extra points, and Diaby caught by the refs.
2 quick turnovers by both of these teams. Now, the Angolans, they are looking for a way to find a score. Force a stop on the other side. Correa. The work on the inside, Colome. There's a nice bit of play from Angola. The pass to Caetano and finishes up well.
Good eyes there from Colome.
Kaiser knocks one. The shot from the elbow.
She makes up for that miss earlier, and you can see the crowd love exactly what they saw, and Kaiser just continuing to be the pain in Angola's eye here with a quick 4 points.
She's picked up the scoring where Alston has left off. The kick out to a wide open shooter. Skying and controlling. Tolo keeps it. Wally Kaiser. Wouldn't be surprised if she looks for the offense herself, trying to drop it to Tulo. Tolo can't find her as we move to Fernando. Now, Lucas is there, and you can count the bucket as she's able to drop it in. And Kaiser looks like she's in a bit of trouble again.
Takes Italy Lucas to 6 points here, which is 1 less than she had in the entire game against the Egyptians, and we're not even at the halftime break. But Molly Kaiser looks like she's in so much pain. 2 fouls for Dosso.
We've seen a variety of contact situations here, especially inside the paint. There's been high physicality, high contact, and that is the nature of the competition as Dosso will head out. Both coaches have had to be inventive with their rotations as fouls have plagued the play of both teams. And that's to be expected in a contest of this nature. There's a lot of stuff that happens between the countries on the floor. There's a lot of pride at stake, and there is Italy Lucas able to drop in and finish the 3-point play.
She makes it 7 points for herself here, just tying with Dzeko as the highest scorers for this Angolan side.
Wow. 8 points is what separates Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. They've held on for the lead for most of this game. They have a fun. We have a timeout call.
You pass to Kayata. You pass to Kayata. Okay, then you go here. Morgan. Okay, ici. Okay, M. Okay, flow. On va au hand-off. Okay, on va au hand-off. Kayata. C'est là. Encore ici. Okay. Then, back pick for him. Okay. Nova. Oh, regarde. Après,
Final 90 seconds, and there it is. Kaiser picked up some scoring after the red-hot shooting from Austin. She has also found her flow on the floor, pushed up to 10 points. She's got 5 assists, and they have a big 3 right now, do Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, she could actually push that to a double-double, but the most important thing here is to have the Ivorians going to the halftime break with that confidence that we've seen here in the second quarter.
Kaiser Alston is back. She gets the ball, trying to work around the Diaby screen. Shot clock is winding down. Diaby's gotta go. Well contested that one was. Diaby falls to the floor. So Angola win this battle, and they need to if they're trying to fight their way back.
Timely involvement there from Italy Lucas to force that turnover.
Now, Angola. Lucas. Italy Lucas trying to unlock some keys to the defense. She turns it over. Kaiser's pass pitched ahead, and it is not going to find anybody. Turns it right back.
Yeah, she thought that Uragua was in that lane, but unfortunately it is a turnover here with less than a minute to go.
Up to 11 turnovers for Angola. We've seen 20 combined. 9 turnovers for the Côte d'Ivoire. Hook pass. The 3-ball foul. It's a big-time score as Kuna gets the 3.
Impressive there from Dzeko. She goes to 10 points. First player in double digits here for Angola.
Well, the perfect reply. Kuna gets that one to go. 18 seconds remain. Dzeko's up to 10.
There's really still pressure here on Côte d'Ivoire. Fast personal foul there for Sarah Caetano. 5-point game.
Alston. 3-second differential between shot and game clock. Not there. There is the follow from Diaby! And she'll take the 2. And talked about the big 3. Diaby, Kaiser, and Alston. Diaby steals the final possession, gets the final score of the half. And it's Côte d'Ivoire 46, Angola 39 at halftime.
Second chance points here for Côte d'Ivoire going into the break is exactly what the home side needed to get back into their feet. There was tension earlier, but let's look at the numbers.
You see the 52% from Côte d'Ivoire and the 3-point line shooting. Wow, 56%. They've kept it pretty good, but what a big concern will be the 56 conversion from the from the free throw line.
Well, looking at the turnovers here, 11 for Angola, just 2 more than Côte d'Ivoire, but the numbers are not that much of a difference between the two teams, except the halftime score. 16 points for Alston, including the 3 threes that she was able to connect. Diaby with 11, 10 for Kaiser. And on the side of the Angolans, you have Dzeko in double digits there with 10 points, 7 for Italy Lucas, and Matikit with the 6.
Best plays in that first half. And when the play was flowing, we got some really great basketball happening. Molly Kaiser, one of the 3 players in double digits, finding her range comfortably there on the elbow, stepping into the shot pure in rhythm, and it falls in pretty as a picture.
It is always the positioning there of Kariata Diaby that gives her the second chance opportunities, but Alston from the best line, from the right side, from the left side, really been impressive here for Côte d'Ivoire. Alston, look at the finish there, the follow through and the celebration. Bump on the chest there with Molly Kaiser. Beautifully done. You call them the big 3 for Ivory Coast.
Yeah, they have combined well. Dzeko has almost tried to stand up. Angola have their own version of the big 3, but Lucas and Matikit, well, they still have a chance to stake claim in there. But Alston, 16 points, 4 of 5 from the 3-point line, and has really just been on fire. Anything she's put up has looked like it's going to go. And, well, really good performance from them. Angola, they've done well to stay in this. And at timely moments, they found shots when it mattered. So as it is and as it stands at the half, Molly Kaiser closing out our highlights. It's 39-46, and that is in favor of Côte d'Ivoire.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Certainly had the makings of comeback, but there is Pessoa powering up. Shallow feeds Kaba. Kaba trying to work inside. Oh, beautiful move. That is picture perfect on the interior.
I love a good footwork from post players. That's what Kaba does best.
From Lea Donge. It's the energy with which she plays every time that she is on the court.
Beleka pulls back. Dang, does a good job to stay in front, but Beleka does better as she puts it up and in. South Sudan, they get the ball back. That's what I meant, Asher. Washington drives it in, and Washington picks up the score. Chance here on the break. It's open, but access is denied, and that's sent back. Angola have got to find a way to finish close to the rim. There's 2 blocks. Ball goes out.
Rosine Muchaniza attempts the 3 points, makes it. It was all about the net there. It's a swish, nicely done from Muchaniza.
Ibrahim showing some great footwork. Wow, what a superb finish. Fancy footwork there from Ibrahim. Driving in, sent right back, and Lamunu has a message for Mara on the defensive end.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
And we are back here at Abidjan, in Trècheville, in the Palais des Sports, and it's been the venue and the value that we've had in terms of this matchup, which has quarterfinal ramifications. Amarist Alston has stepped up to the plate. Wonderful shooting on display. She leads all scorers on the floor with her 16 points.
Absolutely incredible shooting there from her, the ability to drive into the paint and just release that ball, find her range, and the three-pointers very timely here for the Ivorians.
Alston stepping in there on the baseline, but what has been the most impressive part of her performance in the first half was that 4 of 5 from the three-point line, and it all started with the corner three there, but there was a sequence towards the end of the first quarter where she picked up the shot and then got the steal and then was given the ball by Kaiser in the corner and was knocked down another three.
She's been the spark here that the Ivorians needed, coming in at the right time, in the right place, just to connect for those quick 9 points. And on top of the key, the Angolans have no answers for Alston.
Well, given a little bit of a breather there towards the end of that quarter, but on the other side, it's Alexia Desego. You see that she is just as versatile in the way that she is able to score 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Very good when she puts the ball on the floor and attacks the rim, and has given and helped keep Angola in the game, because we've seen some really good scoring. 3 scorers already for Côte d'Ivoire in double digits, and Alexia Desego has had an answer.
She had to come off the bench here, not part of the starting 5 this time, and in the 10 minutes that she's played, she's already amassed 10 points, but also just being able to provide the cover inside the paint whenever they've needed her. 4 rebounds, 2 offensive and 2 defensive, and that has really made her one of the key players here for Angola.
She'll get it done in transition, gets up the floor in a flash, showcased her ability to shoot the 3, and they're going to need some more of that playmaking, and as Desego has led the way, well, at least in terms of scoring, for Angola.
For Angola, they've just been able to breathe a little bit going into that break. There's 7 points down, but that's a manageable scoreline, and they can come and turn things around real quick.
Well, the teams, they make their way back out on the floor, and we have 20 minutes of anticipated action where Côte d'Ivoire are trying to put a show on here in front of their home fans. Looking at what the stats say, when you look at the 14 points turnovers from Angola, it's Alston 16, Diaby with the 5 rebounds, and Kaiser with the 5 assists.
It's been the big 3 that have led the way here for Côte d'Ivoire. 37 points between Molly Kaiser, Alston, and Kariata Dabi. That just speaks to how they've really stood up. There's just 3 points from the bench there for the Ivorians, but Amarist Alston, the 16 points, 4 3-pointers in 5 attempts. She's really the woman with the go-to hand here.
They led by 7 points at the end of the first quarter. They played even through the second, and the all-important third, that's what awaits, and how you get through the third quarter sometimes determines the momentum as it heads into the fourth. We've seen that narrative play out multiple times, and now what you saw from Angola in the third means that there's a very big possibility they can turn this back around, especially because Italy Lucas, she's definitely got room for improvement, but Desego has led the way.
Desego with the 10 points, 4 rebounds here, has been the stand-up player for Angola, but they'll need more help. They'll need Italy Lucas to continue doing what she was doing. Peso, with her 2 fouls, has the opportunity to now come back onto the floor. Matikit as well. But Antonio has held fort inside that paint, no points yet, but her aggressiveness on defense was very key, and also her length when you look at how the Ivorians have to change their strategy when they come up against her.
We get ready now for the second half, and it's Angola who have to answer some of the questions. And when you look at what needs to be done, I talked about a big three, Christina Matikit. She's got 6 points. She's got to be able to contribute immensely here and try to see if she can match the energy and effort from Diaby on the other end.
Sarah Caetano, she's continued to be a key player here for Angola. In her first game coming off the bench yesterday, she was able to contribute 18 points here for Angola. And today, just continuing with that same energy, Sarah Caetano, 5 points now, but still so much basketball yet to be played.
The players will make their way off the floor and get ready for second half action. The taskmasters and the tacticians in terms of Paul Macedo and Stefan Nate, they have their work to do. They've got their work cut out for them. This is where players and coaches, this is where they earn their money. This is where they earn their pride. This is where reputations are built, where reputations are made, and sometimes where reputations are lost. We've got 20 minutes on Africa's finest showpiece, continental basketball, and a quarter-final place is at stake.
On peut rester un peu safety, ok? On doit rester là-dessus, ok? Et la clé la plus importante, c'est le rebond. Fixez-moi le rebond. 9 rebonds d'Eve, c'est pas possible. Fixez-moi le rebond, ok? Je veux une joueuse qui soit à 10 rebonds à la fin du match, ok? Et we play 4 down and turn. On turn, sur turn. On a 3 écrans à exploiter. We have 3 screens to play. Okay, on turn, ok? On les joue les 3. C'est bon ou pas?
Primeiro ataque, bloqueio, se trocar é Alex. Recebe primeiro aqui, depois é que sai, ok? Bloqueiem bem aqui, fechem, para ver tiro. Se não há tiro é rápido, 2 bloqueios, vai-te ali atacar. A 5 entra, outra abre. Está bem?
Courtside 1891. That's how you download the app. You scan the QR code and you get extra insights, live scores, and you can follow all of the FIBA basketball action worldwide, where we focus here in Abidjan. And we've had 3 great games. Well, this is the 3rd one underway. 20 minutes left. The home team and the hosts, they hold on to their 7-point lead. Now out of the halftime break sees Lucas Antonio, Caetano, DeSeco, and Matikit. They were on the floor. Matikit gets the touch. Tangled up with Diaby inside. Outstretched leg. Diaby picks up the foul.
That's dangerous there for Diaby. It is her fast personal foul. And we see how she gets entangled there. Matikit trying to make her way around her. And those contacts.
2 juggernauts going to battle on the inside. Angola, the score here will give them some confidence. The 3 from the corner. It comes right off the rim, is chased back down. Wow, the high motor and energy you see there from Caetano on the floor.
That's quick 2 team fouls here for Côte d'Ivoire inside the first 31 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Big concern here for the coach, Stefan Late.
They go right back to Caetano. Lucas trying to run across. Now Lucas pulls back. Lucas steps back. Lucas knocks it down.
That is a veteran move from Italy. Lucas goes up to 9 points, but the fadeaway is what will definitely make the highlight reel here.
Well, created some nice space as Kaiser, Oraga, Sahi, and Alston, the chosen 5. Diaby, shot comes short. Antonio there to clean up. Caetano. Lucas calls for it. Drops right in. Matikit. Tangled up again with Diaby. This one, no call. Pass goes right through the legs of Matikit. Trying to go quickly. And that shot there from Diseko, it doesn't fall.
It is insistence there of the Ivorian defense that gets the crowd going. They can see the effort.
A shot! And that one from Austin just comes off. Trying to pick it back up here in the second half.
4 for 6, yet to find that rhythm again, but she'll continue trying.
A lot of anticipation in the arena as that shot went up. Lucas' shot short. There is the follow. Antonio gets it in.
Those are her fast points in this game. She's really done so much work on defense. Those 3 rebounds, but now gets the first points.
Quick fire follow as the answer from Moraga comes timelessly.
The reaction there from her. She needed that. She's been doing so much work, but Italy Lucas there with the one leg fed away to get one on Raga.
Caetano. Defense calls now. Rain out here in the Palais des Sports. Lucas, shot goes in, 3-point play, and a chance for a 4-point play. Beautiful work there from Lucas.
That is the Italy Lucas that we know. She's found her rhythm here and downs that 3-pointer from the baseline, foul, and goes up to 12 points.
Well, Italy Lucas found some rhythm here at the start of this second half. Chance to get a 4-point play. It comes off the front iron though. Quick fire 5, and Angola are right back in it.
Well, just when Côte d'Ivoire thought they had a firm lead, it's just down to 2 points now, and they have to score in this possession.
Sahi likes that spot, the rebound into the hands of Diaby, and the foul there from Caetano. To pick up a second foul, this work to be done on the boards for Angola. Diaby found a good position on the inside, is able to pick up that rebound.
And the foul will go to Sarah Caetano. And let's look at the replay here. There's a box out there, fight for the ball. And the left hand of Sarah Caetano just caught up in that mix-up. Ariata Dabi.
This is a 5th and 6th attempt to see the frustration on the miss. They've been around about the 56% mark as a team. That play has brought the crowd right back into it. Diaby with an empty trip. Antonio pick up the rebound. So chance now for Angola to level up the score. Caetano sees Lucas. Italy Lucas trying to step back. Well covered by Waraga. Travel is called.
That's not what Angola wanted to see, especially at this time that they've just come so close to Côte d'Ivoire.
No, not at all what Angola were looking for. Now, Heiser working. Sahi, the pass high-low that's been so effective for the Côte d'Ivoire. Finds Diaby, her front court partner, and that connection gets another 2 shots at the free throw line.
Kariata Diaby saw the mismatch there. And once again, Sarah Caetano is entangled with the captain of the Ivorian side, and she'll go to the free throw line.
3 fouls for Caetano. Don't think we'll see her on the floor for too much longer. That matchup causing some trouble, but here is another cause for concern as veteran Kariata Diaby can't find her shot. That's the 3rd consecutive miss.
She needs to relax and find the distance, and she dies. 11 points, 7 rebounds here for the captain as Côte d'Ivoire take a 3-point lead here.
Substitution expected. Pascual now on the floor. Drive is not covered, and there is a contact situation.
And it looks like she bumped into the referee, who is also trying to recover from that.
Yeah, see, there's a bit of concern that Sarti Gishalupa has not been able to get back up. Not too often you'll see referees caught up in contact situations. There's a little reason to smile. Hopefully it's not too serious. And right there, that's the moment. It's falling back.
The smiles there.
We've seen many things in African basketball. There's a smile on Sarti's face.
Sarti Gihulifa from Namibia, just being able to get back onto her feet.
Baraga will pick up her first foul. We are now set to resume the play. Matiki. More contact as Antonio hands out to Diseko. Coverage around Diseko. Fakes, gets the defender in the air, knocks down the shot. Cool, calm, and composed.
That's exactly what Diseko can do for this Angolan team. She's up to 14 points here, and her percentage from the field has just really been remarkable.
Alston sees a seam. That is three-pointer number 5. Alston finds her first three-pointer in the second half.
15 of her 19 points from behind the arc is just really impressive, and Côte d'Ivoire just able to find her for the first time in this third quarter.
Lucas found space, but the ball off the rim. Now Matikit. Last touch there, you see sharp shooting Alston line up the three, and it's been a fantastic showcase of long-range shooting from Amarist Alston.
Well, Pascal will now have the duty to guard Alston and try to stop her from finding it easy to score.
Moraga pulls up for a shot of her own. Lucas skies in on the miss. Antonio will hold it up. Angola finds Diseko. Answers from the three-point line with 3 of her own.
Diseko has really come alive here, and that's her third three-pointer here today. Just able to take her count to 15 points and leading all the scorers on the Angolan team.
Alston pulls up, then Lucas, another big rebound. She's done good work on the defensive end. Lucas, from the top of the key, knocks in the shot.
Italy, Lucas, 14 points, but the hesitation there, the step back and the jumper is exactly what she can do as Angola take a 1-point lead here against the hosts.
They've pulled back 8 points, and they've done it in a variety of the ways. You see the shot there from Diseko, and Italy Lucas finding her flow, pulls back from the top of the key, and there's a lot of Angolan happiness, even though you can't hear it in this noisy host-filled crowd, that there's a timeout called on the floor.
Absolutely incredible here from both these teams.
Well, they found an answer have Angola. Fight back has been great. Dzeko, one of the key factors in the way that they've been able to come back.
And you can see the reaction there, of course, from the Ivorian bench. The technical team focused and saying, make sure that number 16, who is Dzeko, does not get onto the ball. She's already drowned some 15 points here and drill them through the defense there. They have to stop her going forward.
Kaiser pulls up, and the rangefinder certainly is on the hoop as she gets another shot to fall.
That is great shooting there. 6 3-pointers here for Côte d'Ivoire.
Angola looking to push the tempo as we go back and forth, and these two teams now start to up the number of lead changes in this contest. Kaiser sizing up just inside, gets the two-pointer. Sahi's been quiet, but not for long, and slips in and finishes with that layup.
She's back on the floor, just also to build up on what Diaby, Kaiser, and Alston have been able to do for Côte d'Ivoire.
Screen at the top is where the contact scenario is looked at now. Interesting because Côte d'Ivoire are in the penalty. That's Dosso's third foul. There's still 3:39 left. It allows Angola to be extra aggressive. They are in the penalty, so it's going to send veteran Italy Lucas to the free throw line.
Italy Lucas, her second trip to the free throw line. She makes the first one. It's her second from the charity line and goes up to 15 points. 38% from the field.
Big time rebound. Sahi pitches it, gets it back. Nothing working there on the layup. The pass came back. Sahi a little bit out of control. Dzeko steps into the shot, knocks it in. Dzeko sharp shooting on her own on the other side. Sahi.
After that, Dzeko three-pointer. There was a little bit of silence there from the crowd, and it's counted as a 2 points.
Yeah,
game is tied.
Just stepped in over the line. Dzeko still sharp shooting confidently up to 19. Keeping it tied. Sahi. Trying to impact the game as well. Eight points. That one falls. Now Antonio. Angola on the attack. Dzeko. Their matchup is won this time by Dzeko. Sahi a little bit frustrated as she tries to, stop the Red Hot scoring. You heard the call from Coach Stefan Nathan there. This is a crucial moment as Sahi picks up her fourth foul.
Well, Sahi, every time that she comes onto the floor, she's able to add a versatility to the way that Côte d'Ivoire play. Diaby, of course, bringing in that expertise inside the paint. Alston and Molly Kaiser with the three-pointers, but for her, she brings in that transitional play, but getting that fourth foul means that it becomes complicated here for them.
Well, we certainly have been treated to a packed house as Palais de Sport has not disappointed. The official number, Usher, is 3,332 people that have been here in attendance.
We just need one more person to walk in so that it's 3,333.
Yeah, one more person, please make your way down. Nonetheless, it's a one-point game.
It is a one-point game and just one person less from the number that we're looking for here, but incredible turnout here in Trècheville in Abidjan, just not so far away from the FIBA Africa headquarters.
Kaiser's shot teases the rim and comes out. Lucas will try to push Angola. They've seized back momentum in the third. 1 point lead. Dzeko calling for it. Wow, Fernando's shot is rebounded. Dosso in driving and drops in on the fast break. Supreme finishing. There's a call from the officials.
Well, it looked like a nice 1 and 2 against Dzeko, who was standing in the paint there. It's been called as an offensive foul.
And that's why it's held for a second, so basket is waved off. Dosso picks up a 4th foul. And they changed their mind on the call in terms of the score. Basket counts, but Dosso will still pick up her 4th foul, and we will have a timeout called on the floor. Drama in abundance, as expected in a game of this magnitude.
It continues to be electric and thrilling just inside the Palais des Sports here as we listen to this timeout.
Ok, dá pra fazer box. Se passar a bola aqui, bloqueia a Italia. Elas estão no box, bloqueia a Italia, hein? Há bloqueio aqui na bola, bloqueia a Italia. Ela receber a bola e receber bloqueio, tá bem? Passes. Yeah, go inside. Hey! Sim, vamos fazer. Tem que ficar.
Fight back has been fantastic to watch. Both these teams, they tussle back and forth. Italy Lucas, much better performance from the veteran and star player, 15 points, and there's still a big role for her to play down the stretch.
She's really been very key here. Spark in this Angolan offense, just bringing that experience and leading from the backcourt here, taking care of the ball.
The pass is pitched across the wide open shot, and can't will it in enough. Pascual looking for it. Nice pass from Lucas to find the wide open shooter. Diaby, Alston, Waraga rips it through. Kaiser, while looking at Diaby, calls for the screen. Draws Matikit out. 3 seconds left. Waraga has to fire off a high arcing three. In it goes.
Look at the celebration there from inside the Palais des Sports. They needed that breather here. Côte d'Ivoire, 4-point lead. But for Waraga, she's up to 8.
Superb long-range shooting. It is Côte d'Ivoire on the attack. Waraga. They're trying to restore that 7-point lead they had at the beginning of the quarter. Waraga looking for it again. Off it comes Diaby. Drops it in.
Big 5 points here consecutively for Côte d'Ivoire to give them a 6-point lead. But for Diaby, she's up to 14 points. The captain, fantastic, and just really looking to go into the 4th quarter with this much hype.
Well, finding her flow. Now the wide open shot. The reply comes in. Pascual has an answer.
The reaction is perfect from Pascual. It's the second time she was attempting from that right side and finally makes amends here.
We have seen some big-time shooting on both sides. Pressure shooting there from Pascual. Kaiser. The shot, surely it won't go. No, it doesn't on this one. Waraga trying to steal that lead and push it back up. But you asked for a contest, we've got one. At the end of 3, it's Angola 61, Côte d'Ivoire 64. Still 10 more minutes left in this final game final game for these teams in Group C. Well, we have a look and see what the stats say.
7 3-pointers here for Côte d'Ivoire. Alston setting the pace earlier. Molly Kaiser and now Uraga adding her count on the 3-point side. That has really been a standout for Côte d'Ivoire.
High-scoring quarter. Both teams showcasing their long-range shooting. We've seen some spectacular shooting today from both of these front courts, both of the back court. And Italy Lucas pulls back there, makes the shot, was unable to pick up the 4-point play. There's been plenty of reasons for the fans in the house to get excited. You see Alston picking up where she left off, knocking down the 3. And Diseko has also showcased her shooting.
On the best line there, Diseko has led Angola to 22 points in this third quarter, 4 more than the Ivorians. And the fans, they love to see it. Look at the way she squares up, finds her range, and gets those 3 points just to keep Angola in this game.
Angola, they've made 6 threes, 11. Waraga with the pressure shot from the outside, 50% from the 3-point line. Plenty of reasons to be happy. They are going to try to keep the trend going. Angola have had answers every time they've been questioned. But here, now, there has to be a winner decided. And the courtside 1891 app is where you can scan the QR code and find some extra information about the game that you're seeing unfold right in front of you.
Well, the fans inside the Palais de Sport, young and old, male and female, up on their feet, supporting their teams. But there's one more quarter here to determine who will lead this game and win and take home the victory.
21, Alexia Diseko points. Waraga, Diawara, Dosso, Alston, and Diaby for Coach Late. Dosso trying to find the pass to Diawara. Back on the floor with the 3 fouls. Lucas
Caetano, Pascal Correa, and Matikit on the floor for Angola.
Now, caught up again in a struggle. That's off the ball. Dosso trying to work around the screen. You see on the right-hand side of the screen, they're just trying to force through the pick. And there is a foul call. Dosso will pick it up. And that's a 5th foul and the end of her evening.
Very tough way to leave the floor, Dosso. And Molly Kaiser will replace her.
Really struggled with the fouling and the frequency thereof. Aminata Dosso just 2 points. All that she could contribute. Ball is turned over. Côte d'Ivoire will push out on the break into the path of Diaby. 2 more.
That's a big bucket there from the captain, Kariata Derby. Timing is everything in this fixture. It's a 5-point game with 9 minutes to play.
14 Diaby points. Matikit tries to reply. Diaby pick up her 9th rebound. Now it's past the head. Kaiser thought about the shot for a second. Kaiser Pass around, Moraga steps through and finishes. That is a pretty layup.
That looked very easy for Uraga. She's really brought some slick moves here, and she's up to double digits. The fourth player for Côte d'Ivoire to have that match on the floor here today.
They found multiple answers to the questions. Lucas picks up a dribble, has to kick it across. The step through from Caetano goes bang. It comes off. Now a chance for Côte d'Ivoire to just push the lead up to either 9 or 10 points.
Uraga cannot do any wrong here. After scoring on the other side, she gets that defensive rebound, and now Côte d'Ivoire can reset.
Kaiser trying to work the pick and roll again. Kaiser! Easy two, great screen, excellent play.
2 quick points there for Kaiser, back-to-back, making that 4 for Côte d'Ivoire, and now they've established a 9-point lead, and the fans are on their feet.
Still, they have numbers, the fake. Well, great work on the defensive end, Caetano, to just force the possession. A couple more seconds on this one. Defense a chance to reset. Kaiser. It's passed into the path, and Jawara is on the board in the fourth quarter.
Beautiful to see Jawara come alive here for the last 3 AfroBaskets. She carried this Ivorian side, always being the go-to player on offense. And finally, she has the team to stand tall at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. But look at the shake there from Molly Kaiser, finding Jawara under the basket, beats her woman, and is able to deliver those 2 points. And you can see Molly Kaiser, you can read her lips a little bit, saying, "Ici c'est chez toi," meaning this is our home in French.
What a great passage of play for the home team. When you have a look at what's happening there on the floor, 11 of 22 from the free throw line, 47% from the three-point line. There's little to choose between these two teams statistically.
Yeah, indeed. Ici c'est chez nous, not chez toi, sorry. Had to correct that. But looking at the numbers here, 6 3-pointers there from Angola. That could be what can help them to return into their rhythm. Dzeko is the player that they have been going to help them with scoring from the outside. Pascal as well. She has no foul. Now it's up to the coach to decide who gets back and what they can do.
8 points unanswered at the start of this fourth quarter. They have put themselves ahead. The Elephants from the Côte d'Ivoire, Diaby on the bench.
11 points difference here. Sahi is back on the floor. Jawara, Uraga, Molly Kaiser, and Alston.
Lucas now a screen. The contact as Avelina Peso goes right down on the ground. The second team foul. That's Diawara's 4th foul. At least she got the 2 points, but it's been a frustrating one. Diawara hasn't been able to stay on the floor, and again, now she's got it's a choice for Coach Late to Campbell to keep her on and just let her play.
In the absence of Diaby, it is small ball right now for Côte d'Ivoire. 4 personal fouls for Sahi and Jawara.
We've already seen Dosso foul out of this one. There is Caetano attacking the paint. Ituaraga will pick up a 2nd foul.
Pressure time here. Sarah Caetano will have to convert those 2 points to keep Angola in this one. She does. Gets the first one.
Caetano, 6th point. Gets the 7th and brings the first 2 points for Angola here in the 4th. Handoff to Kaiser. Kaiser pitches to Alston. Alston confident shot, but it comes off the front iron. They have the rebound. Waraga sprints, drop off pass, dropped in for 2, and another 2 points there for Diawara.
That is 4 points for her in the last 90 seconds. She's done everything possible here for Côte d'Ivoire and just really looking good in transition.
That's great passing. Lucas trying to wrestle back momentum. There is a chance for Côte d'Ivoire. They bring the ball right back to the top. Kaiser. Been an all-around team performance so far. Pass to Alston. Alston attacking, and shot clock violation it is. Had to make a choice. Doesn't get the shot off in time, and that's one of the few mistakes you've seen from Alston in this one.
Now she'll still wear that smile on her face, but let's look at the replay there. Jawara finding Uraga. Actually, Uraga finding Jawara for the 2 points.
Pascual for Angola. Now it's into the hands of Antonio. Going to crowd is Kaiser. Antonio steps through finally. Well, found some space, can't finish. Maybe a bit of nerves there on the finish. Kaiser happy to pick up the basketball to reset the offense. Côte d'Ivoire, they are now back in firm control. Kaiser. Into the path, there is Caetano, steals from Diawara, drops in the 2 points. And the bucket counts. See the work as the moisture there on the floor as Diawara goes to ground, but what great work from Caetano to just go ahead and get the finish.
Oh, great transition there, turning defense into offense for Sarah Caetano. She's up to 9 points here, but this could be the most important, that she's scored 17 points from turnovers there for Côte d'Ivoire, 16 for Angola, 7 for Angola.
A stop is needed if Angola want to stay in it. Waraga, Diawara to her right. Kaiser. Sahi looking for it. Kaiser driving in. There's a great bit of work as she draws the contact, and Antonio now will pick up her 4th foul. First Angolan player to be in foul trouble here in the 4th quarter.
You can see the reaction there on her face. She really tried to contain Molly Kaiser, but the contact from her hand into her face there is what is leading to the concern. There'll be no immediate change from Coach Macedo of Angola, as we see Uraga getting instructions from Coach Stefan Late.
The New Mexico State allowed Molly Kaiser with a chance to just continue to keep Angola at bay.
Molly Kaiser, double-double there, 15 points, 10 assists. What an incredible performance from her today.
Stand out it has been. Now there is Diawara seizing back possession. Coach Late calling in the instructions. The push foul is Peso, another one of the guilty parties. She just has picked up the habit of picking up fouls too regularly. Kaiser. Sahi runs into trouble. 3 defenders around her. Somehow, Diawara almost comes up with it. The loose ball back into the hands of Angola. Tisejo. Peso. Now Caetano. Drop off to Peso. That's a great pass. Second time Peso has missed close range in a couple of possessions. It's got to be a little bit frustrating for her.
Perhaps it's because she's been on the bench for a very long time. She could have used the board to execute there, but she doesn't, and misses an opportunity to make it an extra 2 points here for Angola.
Caetano there on the offensive glass and picks up the foul. Saves the possession. Waraga with their third. Diaby is back. Waraga sent to the bench. Holding her composure and her nerves is Caetano.
She's up to 10 points here, Caetano, and the third player for Angola, 19 for Dzeko, 15 for Italy, Lucas, and she goes to 11.
You see the tactician and the star, Coach Maquero and Italy Lucas, set to come back in. Ball is picked up. There's steal from Caetano ahead of everybody to pick up 2 more points.
That's very aggressive defense that she turns into offense here to keep Angola alive. We now have a 6-point game just from Sara Caetano continuing to be relentless here.
She's been able to just come up with all important plays at crucial times in this one. It's a 6-point game. 7 points gets them the lead. Antonio with the 4 fouls off the floor. It's Lucas back in. This is where experience can be vital. Diawara trying to find Diaby, call for the travel. Just enough pressure on the inside. Forced that turnover by Diaby. Peso wins that battle.
You spoke about pressure, Q, and that's what we're seeing now on the Ivorians. But can Angola make it count in a third straight possession?
Italy Lucas pulls back. The shot looked good from the hand. Inside it is. Oh, goes down hard to ground. But that is a crucial moment now. 5 fouls for Sahi. She will not be able to take part in this one anymore. Caetano does fantastic work there on the boards.
She's the second Ivorian player to foul out here after Dosso, and what a disappointment for the home side, because Sahi is one of their go-to players on offense. She's trying to do so much on defense in terms of her attacking and denying Caetano, but the contact makes it very difficult there to avoid.
We see that's a great shot of the athleticism of Caetano. She gets up and over everybody to pick up that board. Misses the shot now. Trying to compose herself. She knows very well that this is where the free throws matter the most, so the players make their way back in. Caetano. We'll have another shot.
Looks like there was a line violation. Just trying to read the body language there. Pressure on Sara Caetano. Her teammates cannot believe what they're seeing, and very unlike her. 5 for 8 before that, and makes her 6th point on the free throw line. 5-point game.
It is a 5-point game. Kaiser pitches the pass out to Waraga, who's been great here in the 4th, and there is a foul on the ground. It looks like it will be Peso will pick up her 4th.
Looking at the replay there, Uraga attacking the basket and just making sure that they put Angola in a tough position, and it will be Italy Lucas's first foul.
Lucas picks up that one. Uraga, chance at the free throw line. Peso lives to fight another day. Uraga makes a crucial free throw, pushes it up to a 6-point differential. Drop-off pass, perfect from Lucas. That is a pinpoint pass, and it's easily dropped in by Peso.
Peso needed that on that possession and gets the 2 points.
Now Kaiser tries to force it, the layup. There is a lot of activity around the rim. Difficult to tell where the last touch came.
And let's look at the assist there from Italy Lucas to find Peso. It is the fake that takes the Ivorian defense by surprise. The 2 points in the bag, and now we have a 4-point game with 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go.
What a difficult pass that is to make from Lucas, and that was just a great awareness. That's why experience matters so much down the stretch. Kaiser. Back to 4 points. Now a call on the ground. Peso looking in. That will be a 4th foul. That will be the 4th team foul as well for Angola. She's going to stay on the floor, try to make it work in the final 2:36. The shot from Austin. Willing it in doesn't quite work for her. Desejo. Caetano. Looking for the matchup that she wants. Now Caetano, the extra pass to Pascual. The shot from Pascual is picked up. She picks up her own miss. Desejo. 10 seconds on the shot clock. We're into the final 2 minutes. Lucas, another pass that looked good, but Peso can't hold it.
It almost looked picture perfect there between Italy Lucas and Peso. Doesn't get it, and Côte d'Ivoire will regain the possession. And the 2 minutes now.
Well, trying to anticipate, you see the idea was really good, and passion there from Italy Lucas. The catch just letting her down. The turnover will go to Angola, and there goes a chance to bring it back within a single possession. Kaiser inside for 2. Big time play from Molly Kaiser.
That is the experience that Molly Kaiser brings to Côte d'Ivoire. She's up to 17 points, but those could be her most important points here today.
Uraga's outstretched hand does enough to force the miss there from Caetano. Now they've got a chance to create some comfort. They'll take as much time off the clock as possible. Kaiser dancing. Kaiser, pitch perfect pass is dropped in by Alston, and you see the recognition from Alston. What a great bit of play from Kaiser.
1 minute to play here in the last quarter.
Now this one draws the foul. The crowd is starting to get involved as Pascual. Right there, Uraga, her 4th foul. Looking at the work here of Italy Lucas. That pass is perfect, the catch is good, and that's how Uraga picks up her 4th foul.
Beautiful basketball there from Italy Lucas, and the chemistry with Peso. They don't get the 2 points, but Pascual now has a chance and a platform to deliver 2 points here for Angola. 57.1 seconds to go. She has 5 points and drowns the first one.
Well, it feels like the capacity crowd in the Palais des Sports start to believe the home team, because we're into the final 57 seconds. There is 4 points separating them. The free throw line has had a big role to play in this one. 26 and 27 attempts. Kaiser. Kaiser working inside, draws the foul. So difficult to stay in front of her, and that is just Molly Kaiser at her best.
She saw a little bit of space there, and she took her chances up against two Angolan defenders, and those contact between Sarah Caetano and Dzeko.
Got to hold a composure. 2 shots for Kaiser. If she can make these, it will just give a slither, a little bit of comfort for the Côte d'Ivoire.
40.5 seconds on the clock, and she makes it count from the charity line.
That's her 4th make on 5 attempts. She moves up to 18 points. Now, got to hold. Second one falls cool, calm, and collected for Molly Kaiser. And the lead up to 6. Angola, they call a timeout, and it is Italy Lucas. You see how loud it is here inside the arena. Caetano had to be called in. They need a strategy, they need a score, and they need a stop on the other side of this timeout. 6-point differential, it's not all done and dusted, but execution's going to be very crucial for them out of this break.
We've already seen overtime in this day 3 of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket, and Angola know that they can turn things around, but looking at the scores here, 16 points for Côte d'Ivoire, 3 more than Angola in this 4th quarter, and that could be the difference here for them.
Dzeko has been great from the 3-point line. She might have the answer, or maybe Italy Lucas will try to find a way to pull up from 3. Well, they've got to get a score no matter what happens, because time pressure is real. And if they hand the ball back to Côte d'Ivoire, then it's going to be even more difficult, because the win probability percentage signs with Côte d'Ivoire. There's Kaiser. You see all the work that she's done, and in the 4th quarter, she has certainly stepped up when needed and when her number was called.
19 points there, 11 assists for Molly Kaiser. She's really been the standout player here for Côte d'Ivoire, just adding on to what Alston was able to come up with as well with the 19 points.
Angola, they go around the screen. That shot is just too strong. Dzeko picks up the rebound. Dzeko pulls back. Still no good. They almost saved the possession. Caetano was there pleading a case with the officials. And I think there is a timeout called, and this time it is Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire just digging deep here into their quality individually, but also their collective as a team. They have the home crowd on their side, and Coach Stéphane Led will have the opportunity to have the ball start from the halfway line and just continue to put pressure on Angola.
Côte d'Ivoire, they have one more timeout, nothing left on either side. Well, nothing left for Angola. They have a coach's challenge, which they can strategically use there in a time or for a timeout, depends on how the game all plays out. But right now, the job for Côte d'Ivoire is to take as much time off the clock as possible, or put the ball in the hands of a high percentage free throw shooter. Make sure that they give themselves the best opportunity to close out this win. The game has gone and ebbed and flowed back and forth. Molly Kaiser with her 19 points that completely leads the way. But 15, Lucas 14, Gaetano points, and the 19 from Dezejo. She will probably be the option and should be the option, one of the options for Angola.
Looking at the free throw line, Molly Kaiser 5 for 6. Leticia, who was already fouled out, was at 4 for 8. She could have been one of the options, but Kariata Diaby is also still on the floor here for Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire basketball, they choose not to advance. It is a quick fire foul. Kaiser, probably not the right choice with a 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Talked about a high percentage free throw shooter, and all she has to do is hold her composure and make these 2 shots.
6 points difference here, 25 seconds to play. 4 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second. And just that very important free throw.
8 fourth quarter points. She has not only scored, she's also dished up assists, and now has been able to get that in substitution. Côte d'Ivoire, they are 25 seconds away from advancing to the quarterfinal.
And that will mean 2 extra days here for them to prepare for the last 8.
Lucas, that hook pass of hers is trying to find Peso cutting to the rim again. The foul for Diawara, whose 5th foul it is, and out she goes. It's the end of the evening for Diawara. See the contact, Peso goes to ground. The 3rd Senegalese player to make their way off.
And that's something that Coach Stefan Late will have to look into, because 3 players fouling out in a single game, and especially 3 crucial players, is not a good look on the team. But the most important thing here for Côte d'Ivoire is to get the victory, as Peso misses her fast on the free throw line.
Peso, well, misses both, and I think that is going to be the end of this one. Côte d'Ivoire, they hold on in a pressure game in front of their home fans, a capacity crowd. And Diaby raises her arms. The crowd joins behind the home team. Côte d'Ivoire will advance to the quarterfinals, and they pick up a victory. The final score, Angola 74, Côte d'Ivoire 82. And it's been a fantastic contest here. Angola certainly did not disappoint. They did all that they could. But on the day, it's just a well-rounded team performance. Molly Kaiser probably the standout player with 21 points and 11 assists. But they got an all-round performance on the day.
Félicitations, congratulations to Côte d'Ivoire. That's a perfect start here in the tournament. 2 wins in 2 games here in Group A to give these home fans something to brag about all week. It's Monday across the world. It's Monday here in Abidjan, the largest city in Côte d'Ivoire, and you can see the celebrations. Respect between Alston and Italy Lucas. The chest thump there with Kariata Diaby, and of course the singing and dancing.
We saw some
it's beautiful.
Great shooting from Alston and the Côte d'Ivoire. They went 7 for 16 from the 3-point line, but it was Alston who really set this alight from the 3-point line in the first half. She ended up with 19 points. Waraga came alive in that 4th and final quarter. Sahi fouled out, but look at the joy between Sahi and Dosso. And they have reasons to celebrate. They've got to celebrate the win. They get 2 days off, and then we are into the quarterfinals.
Well, if you know Côte d'Ivoire, you know that they love their music, they love to dance, a country of people who love to express themselves. It is celebration here in Trècheville, in Abidjan, and across the entire Côte d'Ivoire, in Yamoussoukro, the capital, in Bouaké, and all the cities around Côte d'Ivoire. And there it is, the Coup de Maton, the famous song that has been very popular here on the western coast of Africa.
Well, as far as the Elephant are concerned, it's job done. They've ticked the first box. They've advanced to the quarterfinals. And they know and will be aware that they've still got more work to do. But for now, the celebrations continue. A packed out crowd has been served up a performance by their home team. A little bit of disappointment there will be for Angola, but the tournament's not done. They have the opportunity to advance still to the quarterfinals. We have a rest day tomorrow, but here, the sights and sounds inside the Sports Palace as we translate it directly. Let's have a look at the stats, Archer.
7 3-pointers here for Côte d'Ivoire. Alston, Uraga all came alive, but looking at overall 17 team assists there for Côte d'Ivoire. They were able to share the ball, and that explains why they had 4 players in double digits. Molly Kaiser with the 21, 11 for Uraga, Alston with the 19, and Kariata Dabi with 16. 21 for Dzeko, Italy Lucas with 15, and 14 for Sarah Caetano.
21 points it was for Kaiser, who really stood out. And you see the pass there from Austin to Diaby. Diaby having a great outing, 16 points for her. The connection from Kaiser for one of her 11 assists to find Waraga. Waraga in that fourth quarter served up some spectacular offense, was able to finish at multiple positions. Molly Kaiser, her timing, her temperament, her reading of the game, just absolutely superb.
Yeah, great way for the Ivorian crowd to be rewarded here. They played with great determination and a never give up attitude, the Ivorians, les éléphants as they're locally called, just to make sure that they lock in and see through the game. Diawara with that connection on the best line, 2 points just to get Côte d'Ivoire going in that last quarter.
They win the fourth and final quarter by 5 points. They hold Angola to 13, but that pass from Lucas, when it was dished off, was a beautiful piece of play. You just see the ingenuity and invention from Italy Lucas, but it was not enough for her on the day. And we will look at the celebrations here in Côte d'Ivoire and in Abidjan. Every reason to be happy because the whole team, well, signed, sealed, and delivered. The pathway to the playoffs, the pathway to the quarterfinals, pathway to the championship is still open. And we have been treated, and you see it there, Côte d'Ivoire. They end up on top of Group A. Egypt and Angola, they are there with just 3 points. And wow, well done. Congratulations, felicitations, as you would say. We will close out the production. Well, we close out the game. We have one more game to go, and it's been an amazing day of action so far. Can only expect that it will continue.